Hello Speed Cubers! Today I will be tackling my first video for the example solve series in my channel, and if you are averaging around sub 20 to sub 15 seconds, this will more likely to help you improve in solving the 3x3. I will go over some advanced steps, particularly in F12 solution, depending on the case that we will encounter. Without further ado, let's begin to solve. So in this first scramble, we'll first locate the 4 cross edge pieces of the cube. So I see that the red and green pieces are on the bottom of the cube, while the other two pieces, the blue and orange, are located at the left side. So for my cross solution rather, I will face in this red angle, and I see that I can do a pseudo double X cross for this scramble. So I will do something along the line like R, L prime, and D prime, F prime rather. So I noticed that I created the 1x2 block here, and doing an R will leave the backslat green and orange into a oriented form already. So luckily the corner and the edge paired for the X cross to be made. So what I'm going to do is insert the pseudo cross, and then when I'm doing the last move for the cross, I ended up having a double X cross solved already after doing my cross. So after before finishing the double X cross there, I already noticed that this white, blue, and orange piece will ended up the back. So after double X cross execution, I immediately solved the third pair on the back slot, and for the final pair, I solved it directly like that, and got an easy oil case with this tank oil. And luckily we have also an adjacent swap JA perm rather, and we solved the first sample solves. So for the second scramble, we will locate again the 4 cross edge pieces to be solved, and I noticed that the red and blue are already on the bottom, while the orange one is in the top, and the last green edge piece is set up to a one mover cross. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna align the blue and red one first by doing R, D prime, F, and since the red and orange is opposite, I'm gonna do a D prime before doing an R prime to set up and solve the 3 cross pieces, and lastly I will solve the green. So before I was solving the cross, I already tracked that this orange and blue corner and will end up together with the blue and orange edge here on at the left side. So I can solve the first pair by not rotating here. So if you're sub 20 or sub 15, you might be tempted to solve rotating this side of that pairing, but there is a fancy algorithm that you can do to save up moves, especially when you already track the pair. So solving this is R prime, YG prime, R prime again, and U, YU, and R. So you already got your first pair solved. So while doing the algorithm for the first pair, I already noticed that my second pair will be blue and red. So no need to rotate the angle from here, because you already know the FTL case by looking at this side of the cube. So what I'm gonna do is U2, pair them up, and insert at the back right slot. But noticing that doing the insertion will set up our third pair for an easy 3 mover L move there. So we will do L prime, U prime, L to easily insert the third pair, and luckily we have an easy last pair also in the front. So I noticed that while solving the last pair, I recognized the winter aberration case, which is we can skip the OLL when doing the insertion of the piece. So we got OLL skip and get a F perm PLL with a U2 AUF. Oh, I messed up the F perm. So that is. So for the third scramble, we will locate again the 4 cross edge pieces. So I see that the the blue, green, and orange are already at the bottom, and the red is on the top of the back. So what I'm gonna do is try again and track the pieces while solving the cross. So I'm gonna pick this pair, since this will never get misoriented while solving my cross. So I will solve my cross like this: U, R2, U2, and L2, D prime, L2, D prime. So notice that I didn't break the pair here, so I can easily insert it at the back slot. So while doing that, I look ahead for this second pair, the blue and orange. So after solving that, I noticed that I can also do another fancy algorithm like I did in the first one, or since it's the mirror case here, I will do L prime, L, Y, YU, L, U, YU prime, L prime. So next I see this red and blue, so I will direct solve it. And for the last pair, I ended up with this bad FTL, so I'm gonna break them here, and then this will be the time that I will be rotating. So Y, U prime, and then insert pair. And not gonna explain further this order, since I assume that you already know the full OLL and PLL. Last is we get a GB perm, and we solve the cube. So for our fourth scramble, so we'll locate the 4 cross edge pieces again. So the blue and red are over here, and I see that the green is already solved at this angle, and the last orange pair is also together in the top with the red. So what I'm gonna do is track this corner again while solving the cross, because while solving the cross I noticed that this corner will not be misoriented during my solution. So what I'm gonna do is this: U and D prime to set up the green at the back, and set this red piece over here. So doing an F will set up a good case to orient the edge pieces. So R prime. The noticing that I see the edge pair, which is the green and orange. So I already know that I will insert the my first F tilter right after finishing my cross. So I will do D, F, and then solve the first pair. Then while solving, I noticed the green and red F12 here. So I will rotate into the Y, because I know that I doing that will solve all of my box slot already. So the F12 will be a lot more easier to see other F12 cases. So I will rotate the Y and solve this at the back slot. Then yeah, I already see this case. So instead of doing this first, or doing the basic way in solving this pair, you can do some keyhole again here to save up your move count, and so solving your F12 efficiently. So I will do D, insert the edge. Notice that I break them, but I can set it up again to a 3 mover insert for the last pair. So D prime will solve my third pair, and then set up my fourth pair, rotate to grip again my cube. So OLL, and lastly we get a GA perm, and U prime for the AF. So for this last example solves, I already see that my 4 cross edge pieces are already facing me. So I'm trying to look at the back if I can utilize some extras, and I noticed that the red and green here already oriented this place. So I will try to find the corresponding corners, which is at the bottom here. So I think I could do some extras again here at the last solve. So what I'm going to do is D prime, R prime, and then U prime, D for the finger trick, and then R prime again to set this bud blue edge, and then doing F. So setting up my green red corner here, and before I will orient the cross edge, I will insert this corner to the back, and then D prime, D again, D rather. So I have an X cross at the back left slot. Then while doing that, I already see my second pair, which is the red and blue. So solving that case is this: L prime, U prime, and L. and then I'll rotate it in this way, then insert at the back. Now I already solved this block here, and for the third pair I see some two options, whether I solve first the the orange and green one, or this orange and blue one, but I decided to rotate and solve this blue because I think it's much easier here, which ended up also good for the last pair, which is rotationless. So solving that, ending this auto case, and then we get a GC firm. So that's all for the example solve series in the channel. This will be the first video to be uploaded. I hope that you got some learnings in my example solves to help you improve in solving your 3x3. And if you like my video, please like and subscribe to my channel, and please share also. Thank you for watching, and I will update for the next video. So yeah, thank you for watching, and bye guys.